Kumusta po kayong lahat? While we are celebrating the Mass here, marami po sa ating mga kababayan ang nakababad pa rin sa tubig. At ang mga sarili kong mga kababayan sa Cavite ay kasama po doon. So kasama rin po nila tayong nagdarasal at inilalagay natin sa palad ng Mahal na Birheng Maria na ngayon ay dumadalaw sa atin ang lahat ng ating mga kababayan na naapektuhan ng bagyong nagdaan. It is very easy to affirm what Jesus said in the Gospel about the predictability of the weather. According to him, when the clouds rise, we know that it will rain. And if the wind blows from the south, we call it habagat, we say that it will be a hot day. But that was during the time of Jesus. Our weather system nowadays is already quite advanced. And I just wonder why during the Typhoon Christine, which was even forecasted many times over, many of us have been widely devastated, especially in the many areas of Luzon and Visayas. Typhoon Christine was even forecasted along with the other two coming low-pressure areas. We commend the ordinary people who do their share to help in the middle of this crisis, even though they don't hold public office. Dapat tayong magpasalamat sa mga taong katulad nila. But what is sad is this. Not a few civil leaders said that they were caught by surprise by the effects of the typhoon. Surprise? Surprise talaga? Hindi po ba taon-taon naman po ang kalamidad? But it seems like we have never learned. Parang we talk about the big amounts of budgets and yet we are not always prepared. We are always surprised. We prepare for disasters when it is already here. And worse, relief goods are sometimes the best that we get from our leaders. Can't we have long-term solutions? Lagi na lang ba tayong surprised? Should we content ourselves with band-aid solutions? Yung pakonsuelo na lang lagi ang para sa mga napuruhan. For sure, our leaders, na tayo naman po ang pumili sa kanila, can do better than this. Pero sabi nga, dahil nandito na, the best that we can do as Christians is malasakit at pagtutulungan. Short-sightedness. Yan po ang problema ng Panginoong Yesus sa mga kausap niya ngayon sa ating gospel. If we think that the end is not yet happening anytime soon, we procrastinate. We tend to enjoy to the full. As the gospel the other day said, we spend life eating, drinking, marrying, enjoying, or even hurting one another. Parang walang katapusan ang lahat. Some people would say, enjoyin lang natin to. Alam niyo po, teacher po ako, and even students are like that. Bigyan mo ng task at the beginning of the semester, and the submission will be 5 months after, and they will say, malayo pa yan, saka ko na yan iisipin. Some students would even say, mas lumalabas ang aking galing at ang aking talino kapag cramming na. Okay, then due date would come, and in no time, like a thief in the night, the student, lo and behold, will go to the teacher asking, ano po ang dapat kong gawin para makapasa? Pwede po bang special project na lang? 5 months ang preparations, hindi ba? Ano ang ginawa mo sa 5 months na yon? Akala ko ba enjoy lang? Ngayon ka mag-enjoy, ngayong wala ka ng panahon. So mayroon bang long-term effect ang kaligayahang naranasan sa sinabi mong enjoy lang o panandalian lang? Short-sightedness is indeed a problem. We have been so used to quick fixes and happiness that would not last. What do we do then? Jesus has a suggestion. Before it's too late, we have to do something. Do not wait for the due date. Kung limited ang ating time at malapit na ang katapusan, ano po ang gagawin mo? Jesus suggests us to settle with our opponents outside the courts. Why? Because if you do not settle your differences, the charges may pin you down. At talagang magiging katapusan mo na yan. Now question is, if your end is near, who are those persons that you would want to settle with? Could it be yourself? Yung kalagayan mo ngayon, kung ano man yan, ang mga pinagdadaanan mo, maybe you have not forgiven yourself. Kaya naapektuhan pati ang pakikitungo sa iba, ang pakikipagkapwa, pero ang totoo, ang kalaban pala ay ang sarili. You might be in conflict with someone who used to be close to your heart, who in the process have hurt you or you have hurt. Can you forgive within the limited time that you have? You might be in conflict with God, and it's about time to come to Him to beg for forgiveness. The right time is now. Don't wait for the end times. We do not know when it will happen, so we better prioritize our relationship with God right now, right here. Finally, today is a blessed day because we have in our midst the pontifically crowned image of Our Lady of Fatima. It is called the National Pilgrim Image of Fatima from the National Shrine of Fatima in Valenzuela. The visit of this image signifies the relaunching of the World Apostolate of Fatima or WAF in the Archdiocese of Manila. But what is the significance of WAF in the Church? What is the role of WAF in general? It is to proclaim the authentic message of Our Lady during her apparitions at Fatima. Why the term authentic? Well, we must admit that there are many preachers who are proclaiming that the message of Fatima is hell. Again, short-sightedness. Yes, Our Lady of Fatima mentioned hell, but it is not the central message, but rather prayer, sacrifice, penance, and conversion for us to win the mercy of God and thus to avoid hell. It is in this manner that as the spiritual director of WAF in the Ecclesiastical Province of Manila, and in the name of the apostolate, I invite you all to attend the talks and conferences on the message of Fatima while her national pilgrim image is here at the Manila Cathedral. May Mama Mary deliver us from our short-sightedness and turn our gaze into our real goal, heaven. Amen.